video, we are doing a chatty get ready with me. So I am coming on with my finished glam to show you guys. This isn't a talk through. I don't really go through what I did to get this makeup. We are just gonna chat, hang out. I asked you guys questions via Instagram and I had a lot of questions to go through. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing me get this look and listening to me just hang out and chat and get to know me better, then just keep on watching. This one I got twice. What side of the Chatty / James Charles tea are you on? As I'm filming this, James Charles has now uploaded his second response video, the 40-minute super long one, and I haven't watched it yet, so I feel like I shouldn't really say what side I'm on because I don't know all the facts and I haven't watched that video yet. From what I can tell so far, I have not unsubscribed from James Charles. I'm going to watch his video, see what else comes out in the next couple weeks, and then see how I feel. I think all of the sexual allegations and all of that stuff should be taken a lot more seriously than they are. That's a really serious accusation to make, so I don't really have conclusive thoughts on the drama, but I really don't agree with the whole cancel culture. When do you plan to move out? Asking the tough questions. I'm 23. If you don't know, I work a full-time job. I'm saving for a lot of things right now. I'm saving for a car. I'm saving for a trip to Europe. My boyfriend and I are planning a trip to Europe in September, hopefully going to Denmark, England, and Norway. I think as of now, with where my savings are at and where my priorities are at, I'm hoping to move out, or goal that I have set to work towards to move out is next spring. So like April, May time period probably would be nice. What is the nicest thing that Derek has ever done for you? I'm not sure. I can't think of one specific thing that he's done for me, but he's very good at, when I don't feel well, bringing me tea or just like constantly asking what he can do to make me feel better when I don't feel good. So I think those kinds of smaller things are the things that mean the most to me and the nicest things that he does for me. What's your favorite country that you've been to? I really loved Nicaragua. I was there for a month when I was 16 and it's just such a beautiful country that no one really talks about. So I definitely think Nicaragua would be one of my tops. And I really loved Spain as well. I just really enjoyed the culture and the warmth and the vibrancy. It definitely had a lot of aspects in it that reminded me of Nicaragua. So I think Nicaragua and Spain maybe. The next question is, what is your biggest fear in life / phobias? I don't really have any traditional phobias. I would say I'm not afraid of spiders whatsoever, any bugs. I'm not afraid of heights. In terms of like a little bit of a phobia, I really don't like airports, airport security. That's a random thing. But then my absolute fear in life is any of my loved ones dying. So that is very deep, but that is 100% my biggest fear in life, and I think about it all the time and I probably shouldn't. So that is definitely my biggest fear in life. And then a little phobia is airports and airport security and crowds and that kind of thing. The next question I have is asking about my 5-year plan. I'm not someone who really has my life fully planned out, like this is gonna happen and then this is gonna happen, but I do know what I want in the next 10 years. I would say I feel like 5 years is a little more up in the air, but in the next 5 to 10 years, definitely career-wise, I want to be doing something I love within the beauty industry and I want my channel to be growing. I still want to do YouTube and Instagram and be a part of this community. I want to have a really good friend group. Definitely like to be with the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, whether that's actually being engaged, married, whatever. 5 years from now, I probably won't have kids, probably won't be pregnant, but definitely within the next 10 years, I want kids. I definitely see that in my future. Next question is, this is a little more personal question. What has been your favorite brand collaboration? Has been some brands that I haven't loved working with, and none of those have been actual sponsorships. They've just been more collaborations or received free product from. I feel like I'm really starting to understand my worth within this industry and just the worth of micro influencers in general and knowing what to take. I had a really bad incident like a month ago with a contract with a brand and them just being incredibly flaky. I've had some bad experiences, but then I've had some really good ones, and that's what this question is about. So you'll see in my May favorites video, I'm not sure if it's up or not, but I worked with a local hair care brand in that video that I really enjoyed working with, and I really loved their products. So that's probably been my favorite collaboration so far. I just felt very valued and respected as a creator by them, and I really enjoy their products. Favorite skincare brand and why? If I had to pick one low-end brand and one higher-end brand, I would have to say Pixie, just because I have used and loved a lot of their products. I really like the Glow Tonic. I really like their exfoliator as well. And then in terms of higher end, I have tried a lot of Drunk Elephant products, so I'd have to go with Drunk Elephant for higher end, even though it is so expensive. What is your goal with your YouTube channel? That's a really good question. It's something that I ask myself a lot, and people ask me a lot. What's the point? Why are you doing this? What are you expecting to get out of this, etc.? And the answer is, I'm not really sure. Kind of podcasts that say that you need to know what your goal is and you need to know what you're working towards. And I definitely think that that is true to a certain extent, but I also think that sometimes it takes the fun out of things, and I've been finding myself comparing myself to others on this platform lately is just taking the fun out of YouTube, I have found recently. So I've been trying to think of it less as a business lately and more as a hobby, something that I really love to do, because at the end of the day, that's what it is to me. So I guess my goal would just be to reach as many people as I can. I just think YouTube is so cool that you can connect with people all over the world through your combined love for makeup. I just think that that's amazing. So my ultimate goal is just to reach people, have a community that loves makeup. If I'm ever able to make a profit off of it, obviously that would be amazing, because that just really validates what I'm doing, and then I can do it all the time. The next question is representation on YouTube, body types, races, etc. There is more opportunity for representation because everything is so creator driven. Unlike TV and traditional media, YouTube can really be whatever the creator wants. There is the hope and the idea that it is an equal opportunity business. Anyone from any income can start YouTube. I think that there is amazing representation in terms of sexual orientation on the beauty community. I mean, there's so many men in makeup, and I think that is so amazing, whether they're straight or gay or bi or don't identify. I also think that YouTube presents as a really great learning opportunity for those of us who aren't exposed to certain things in our day-to-day life. I know that for me personally, being exposed to Alyssa Ashley and Jackie Aina has really helped educate me and give me some perspective on the lack of representation in certain makeup brands within the makeup community. And with product launches now, I'm very aware of shade ranges and the lack of diversity in certain campaigns and launches, and that's just frankly not something that I would have thought of if I wasn't introduced to YouTube, I don't think. I know that's sad to say, but I was truly just ignorant towards the lack of representation in shade ranges and in campaigns, and maybe in YouTube in general. Maybe I am still ignorant to a lot within the YouTube community. That's my brief take on representation in YouTube. And then I have two more questions, I believe. If you could do anything, what would be your dream job, and how did you first get into makeup? My dream job would definitely be in marketing or influencer communications, influencer relations, or it would be in like product education and intel at Sephora. I just think that Sephora is such an amazing company with the learning programs that they have and the opportunities that they give, and I think it is one of the biggest names in beauty, and I have a lot of respect for it, and I do really want to work in beauty eventually one day. So I think working in one of those roles at Sephora would definitely be the end all be all. If I could be anything, do anything, I really think it would be that. How did you get into makeup? I definitely got into makeup through YouTube. I started watching YouTube when I was about 16, I would say. I was in second year of high school, so I was in grade 10, and I would say I was about 16, and I discovered channels like Steela Babe 09 and Bethany Moda. I forget what her original channel name was. Like all of the OG younger beauty people. I was just so fascinated by the whole community. So YouTube is definitely what got me into makeup and beauty. I think that's true for a lot of people. I started buying products that YouTubers that I was obsessed with would recommend, and then I started learning more about makeup techniques, applying it, finding my own taste within makeup, my preferences, that kind of thing. So YouTube is 100% what got me into makeup and probably what still keeps me so interested in makeup. Last question is, what is the most valuable lesson you have learned? And I think that the greatest lesson I've learned is that everything passes, this too shall pass is definitely something that I often remind myself. I think that everything is temporary, pain is temporary, everything gets better with time, with experience, with distance, with perspective. So I think that can be applied to a lot of situations, and I think that's the most important lesson that I've learned. There's so many situations that I've been in life where it feels like it's going to feel that way forever, whether it's good or bad, usually bad, but everything does pass, everything does not necessarily get better, but everything changes, everything evolves. So I think that the biggest lesson I've learned is that this too shall pass. So those are all the questions. I'm gonna fast forward through this and smoke out some purple on my lower lash line, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, this is the finished makeup look. I know I didn't talk through much of it, but I figured I had to show you the final look. So I ended up going with some purple champagne shadow, a nude glossy lip, and then just dewy natural skin. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed getting to know me better, listening to me answer questions, then definitely give this a thumbs up and let me know that you want to see more Chatty Get Ready With Me's. If you have any questions about the actual makeup, I will link everything down below because I didn't talk through it. With all that, that is all